All right, there's some people that are getting a hold of me on Facebook and Messenger, putting out all sorts of personal information. None of it's mine. However, the information that they're putting out there is for people that I know. Let's go through this. Now, first of all, I got a picture of this sumbitch of his Facebook profile before he blocked me from it. What I need to do is call the cops. Then again, this is Dual County, Nebraska. I can't call the cops. These son of a bitches are about as crooked as they come. Anyway, this dude calls himself Tyler Lindsay. It says lives in Chester, Virginia. From Monroe, Louisiana. Marissa Flowers. His profile picture is some chick with a gun. You don't like the word chick? That's fine. Some dude with a gun. Who cares? Now, here's the thing. Just because I'm used to this shit don't make it okay. Now, it's Marissa and Tyler who are doing this shit. So it's her and her husband. Imagine that. Meanwhile, no law enforcement agency has bothered to investigate any of the crimes against me, including the threats and harassment by Natalie Marie Bollinger's family and friends. No matter what, they will not investigate these fucking crimes. And that's a major issue. That's the problem with the term mentally ill. It makes it perfectly legal, apparently, to do this harmful shit. They do this, you're a stalker bullshit and you killed her bullshit and so on and so forth. Marissa just typed to me, you're the stalker, old man. Till this day you still talk about her. You damn right I talk about her. She lied, resulting in years of abuse. Years of abuse. She typed, sure you are. I'm letting them know that they're on. Why the fuck won't this thing zoom in? I don't get why it's got to be the way that it is. Fuck it. We'll post it on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook. Now, this stuff happens all the time. But the cops won't do a goddamn thing about it. It's not their job. It's not their job. It's not the FBI's job. It is not the Nebraska Attorney General's job. It's nobody's fucking job to investigate the crimes against disabled people. My autism advocate and I have spent a lot of time trying to get this done. A lot of time. Now, I should be able to call 911. Then again, they won't do anything. They'll tell me they can send out the local sheriff. Well, here's the problem. The local sheriff is crooked as fuck. I suppose while I'm on this morning, I ought to make the video I was hoping to make. Natalie Bollinger lied. And for a whole year, over a year before she was killed, I was being threatened, harassed, stalked, assaulted, spat on, having things smacked out of my hand. You damn right I speak up. You goddamn right I do. For a whole year before her death, I couldn't see my loved ones without being abused for crimes that were never fucking committed. These guys will not do their fucking jobs. They get paid not to do their jobs. Now, for a whole year before Natalie was shot in the head, there were two things going on. Number one, I was begging people to kill me because of what she had done. You don't go spreading lies like that. Natalie Bollinger never called me a child molester or a rapist. She lied and said that I stalked her. Meanwhile, there's all this proof that shows that, first of all, we were friends, and second of all, that she was going to kill herself if I didn't go to Virginia. But then again, I'm not allowed to defend myself. I'm not allowed to show evidence. And cops aren't going to do a goddamn thing unless someone actually takes an active role and does something about this. Now, these people, let's see their names, make sure that I get them right. I don't want the wrong person getting in trouble for this. Tyler Lindsay and Marissa Flowers. And where are they from? Let's see. Photos from Monroe, Louisiana, and they live in Chester, Virginia. Tell you what, let's get on here and go to Chester, Virginia. PD. Chester, Virginia Police Department. Let's see. Southern Area Station, Chesterfield, Chesterfield County Police Department. Huh. Huh. So there is no Chester, Virginia. There's a Chesterfield, Virginia. Lovely. So how do you even turn these people in? It's supposed to be the FBI's job. The FBI don't give a fuck. They were too busy trying to help frame me for crimes I didn't commit. With Officer Jonas. Now, this abuse has been going on for years over crimes that I did not commit. Now, that's not to say nobody committed these crimes. Let's see. We got this Xander dude over here typing sword and scale, said you were outside her house beeping your horn. See, this is the thing about these web sleuth groups. They don't care if the evidence is actual evidence. They don't care if it's actually true. They don't care if they're selling a false narrative. They don't care at all. They don't care that innocent people are harmed by this. Now, at least that one part of Sword and Scale is true. My car was broken down outside of her house. Broken down. You goddamn right I was honking my horn. Huh. Genesis typed, "Are you beeping horns outside of my house?" And guess what? Genesis is a troll. So we're going to, well, first we're going to take a picture of this so that we have evidence that it's been going on. We take the camera here, we go to photo, we put it right up to it, and blam. Oh, message retracted. Too late, bud. I already took the picture, dumbass. However, what we're going to do is hide this user on this channel. And then Xander, wow, message deleted by Sean David. View deleted message. We'll take a picture of that too to prove that I did it. Now, you guys are harassing me over false narratives, just like these people in this group. You goddamn right I curse back. You goddamn right I defend myself. It's my right to do so. Now, you call me mentally ill, and it makes it magically okay that you do these things, doesn't it? Well, it's not okay. It's not okay in the least bit. Let's see. Marissa Flowers profile. Let's click on this too. It says works at Facebook app, lives in Los Angeles, California, from Phoenix, Arizona. These people do this for a living. They get off on harassing innocent people over crimes that were never committed. And they do these things over and over and over again. This guy here claimed that he does this for a living. And this is what happens when a female lies. Now, it has to be a specific type of female. If it's a fat, ugly woman, it's basically like being a man. Nobody gives a shit. And that's horrible. Now, these people are posting up information from people that, for the most part, I don't even talk about anymore or talk to. Sorry. They're posting up personal information for, let's see. Well, first they got my information wrong. And then, let's see, they got stuff on my Aunt Mary, my older brother. Ah, Jeff Witcher. That is the father of child molester Andrew Witcher. Let's see, it's got Jerry Lee Sparks. It's got her date of birth. Well, it's got her birth year. Let's see, Thomas E. Payne. That guy lives here in Chapel, Nebraska. That's Jerry Sparks' ex-husband. And this person is posting all this stuff up. So now I got to get a hold of Thomas Payne. Let's see, Doug Cowden. Who's Doug Cowden? Well, he's a child molester who is dead. Thank goodness. Bradley Carl Dollinger. Well, this is somebody, like I said, the people who pretend to give a shit don't pay attention to none of this. But my stalkers, they live for this. This is what they spend their lives doing. Going out of their way to do shit like this. Let's see, Sammy Dwayne Gatewood, Jason L. Jepson, Crystal D. Worley, Matthew Cotton. Let's see, phone numbers, carrier location, Lincoln, Nebraska. Carrier location, Denver, Smoky Hill, Colorado. And then it's got an address down here at the bottom in Aurora that is not my address. Let's see. And they type, I'm talking to your mother, RN. She is about to know how nasty you are. Then you're getting arrested. Yep, too late, already called them, let's add his mom here. Oh, that's for some guy named who's this? Another victim of theirs. A guy named Soto Huemac. Hmm. Apparently they're accusing of this guy on hitting on little girls. Um, let's see, and it says he touches little boys too, and he said he wanted to fuck a police officer, a man. Man, these people are fucking twisted. You want to talk to me like I'm the one who's quote unquote mentally ill? These people are fucking psychos. See, Xander typed, why don't you just ignore all these people and try making happiness of life? There's so much good in the world, man. See, that's just the ignorance of somebody who doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Xander, no offense, but how do you ignore somebody who comes out into the street and threatens your life? How do you ignore somebody who, when you're on foot, chases you 3 blocks, almost hits you with their vehicle, and then assaults you? How do you ignore that shit, Xander? How? I gotta be afraid to leave the goddamn house. And I'm lucky that the guy who's letting me stay here is actually letting me stay here. I'm glad for it, but it's a limited time. Now, this abuse has been going on for 5 years. Natalie and her friends and family started stalking me in 2017. They started the rumors in 2016. The threats, harassment, and assaults by Matty Boa's meth customers started in 2016. Imagine that. So now I got to get a hold of some people that really I have no interest in ever talking to again. I don't want to talk to Jerry Sparks after what she did. However, I do have to let her know that there is a safety issue because now people are coming after them. You goddamn right I speak up. Someone has to. It's bullshit. Matter of fact, I'm not going to get a hold of Jerry. I'm going to get a hold of Tom and I'm going to show him this evidence. I'm going to show him what the hell is going on. This shit ain't okay. Now, a lot of the people that were going to help me at the beginning, they were harassed by people just like this. And then instead of speaking up about it, these supposed friends of mine came after me and attacked me as if I was the one who was threatening their lives, as if I was the one who was posting up pictures of them and their families on the internet, or with Candace Bondurant pasting up pictures of her old house on the internet. I went through this hell for a whole year before Natalie was fucking killed. A whole year. Now you say ignore these people. Ignore these people. Now this idiot, if this idiot goes to the address in Aurora, I can tell you honestly that the next door neighbors are going to shoot them in the fucking head. The address that they sent me claiming that it's mine is not my address. But I know who lives there. I know the Vietnam veteran next door, and I know his son. I know that they have firearms, and I know that they would literally blow someone's fucking head off for messing with anybody in that neighborhood. I don't want anybody getting killed. But then again, I can't call the sheriff's department, can I? The FBI ain't going to do shit about it. Nebraska State Patrol is just going to ignore it. So what's to be done? The way that Natalie's family feels without Natalie, I got to feel that for a whole year before Natalie was killed. Not just over Natalie. I couldn't see any of my loved ones in Colorado. Now, I tried to not only surround myself with positive people in Colorado, I was a positive people in Colorado until I hurt my back and I took nothing but abuse. I should call 911. But what are the chances that Leslie Snell is working today? Huh? See, here's the thing about Leslie Snell and the job that she does. She's a 911 operator. So if I call 911, who am I going to get? Maybe it's another 911 operator. Maybe it's Leslie Snell. But the 911 dispatch station is in Cheyenne County. That's the next county over. That's Sidney, Nebraska. Why don't I just ignore them, you say? Because they are threatening to harm people, Xander. They are threatening to harm people. It's kind of like with Natalie. Why'd you drive 1,700 miles across the country to go see her? Because she threatened to fucking kill herself, dumbass. I don't want any dead bodies on my fucking hands. And if she'd have killed herself because I wasn't there fast enough, you goddamn right I'd feel that every day of my life. I still have to feel her death every day of my life. Because of people like this. This is what happens when you slander someone's name across the internet and across the news and social media. I'm not just harassed on the internet. I have been harassed in real life for 5 goddamn years. Now, is that English enough for you? Is that something that you are mentally capable of understanding? Is it? I need help showing the truth. I need help to do this. There is a lot of stuff I don't know how to do. And all it would have taken is one fucking person to actually help. One person out of all those people who said, hey, I'll help you. And then when it come down to actually time to help me, they want to spend money on this and this and this and this and this. And none of it's their money. It's all my money. And then when I say, hey, I did everything that you wanted to in order to get the help that I needed from you, the help that you promised. Oh, well, I already helped you. No, the fuck you didn't. You didn't keep your word. You just wasted my money. By the way, that's against the law. Now let's go to this part right here. We'll go to disability abuse, as when a person with a disability is abused physically, financially, sexually, and or psychologically due to the person having a disability. Disability abuse has also been considered a hate crime. This is what I've been saying since day one. Yes, these things that are being done to me are against the law. But only if someone gives a shit enough to actually do something about it. It's not just people like this Tyler nut job harassing me on the internet. It's people like Sean Holloway. People like Leslie Snell. People like Jared Hahn. People like Robert Warnick. People like Cody Selhorst. People like Waylon Lolatai. And many, 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 many more. Having Chris Kerr threaten my life repeatedly and stalk me to other jurisdictions. People like Joshua Rayborn assaulting me for doing as he asked. I've been assaulted in this town at least half a dozen times that I can recollect. There's also a lot of close calls. I had a beer can explode next to my leg because somebody threw a full beer can at me, and it's Nebraska. Everybody fucking drinks and drives. What surprised me, it didn't surprise me that I had a beer container thrown at me. It surprised me that they wasted the beer. It's Nebraska. I've also had beer bottles shatter right next to me. I've also had beer bottles bounce off my head. Lovely though, ain't it? Xander typed a quote about bullies on the internet. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask and he will tell you the truth. I don't need a mask to tell the truth. Xander, I like that quote. I really do. But I'm with Mr. Jameson on this. A hero doesn't hide behind a mask. And I may not be some superhero. I don't have x-ray vision. I don't have super strength. I don't have the power to read your mind, but I can read your body language. I can read the tone of your voice. And in some ways, that's better than reading somebody's mind. Xander type, just block the people that annoy you. Have you got anyone that can help you, a close friend to confide in? No, I don't. First of all. Second of all, just blocking them. I can do that on the internet. Xander, I don't have major issues on the internet. I have major issues in real life. I take abuse in real life. People assault me in real life. Nobody is throwing a beer bottle at me across the internet. How do you block someone in real life? I have tried to get protection orders against my predators, but I have to go to a rotten sheriff who is busy trying to hide his crimes and those of his deputies. In real life, there is no block button on Sheriff DaCosta. There is no block button on Christopher Kurth. There is no block button on any of these people. These people are not just Facebook profiles to me. They are human beings who have actually put their hands on me. All of them. It's not about annoying me. Just block the people that annoy you. Here's the thing, it's not just annoying. It is physical assault. It is illegal incarceration. And a close friend to confide in? Shit, I confide with all of you. I put everything out there for you. The only stuff that you guys don't get is the stuff that you can use to harm innocent people. I'm not going to put up Miss Jerry's phone number for y'all. I'm not going to put up Tom's phone number for y'all. I'm not going to put up Mandy's phone number for y'all or Alyssa's. But the fact is, just like most of you, these people are people who pretended like they wanted to help and then showed that they had no interest in it. They were bullshitting me and wasting my time. Precious time. Time that I can't get back. There is something called a statute of limitations. The police in multiple states have done everything that they can to harm me to the point that the statute of limitations is up over and over and over again. Now, here we've got people that are posting up personal information and harassing innocent people. And I don't know that this guy who they're accusing of claiming that he wanted to have sex with a police officer that was male, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't care. If he's attracted to a male police officer, I don't have any problem with that. You be attracted to whoever you want to. Just keep your nasty cock beaters off the kids. Now they want to put Jeffrey Witcher's name down there as a known associate. I do know Jeffrey Witcher. I know his son, Mikey Witcher. Never had a problem with Mikey. I know his son, Joey Witcher. Joey Witcher was engaged to my little sister for a while. I know his daughter, Jennifer Witcher. I've never had a problem with Jennifer. Matter of fact, I like her because she's weird. She has cried in front of me on more than one occasion because people made fun of her and picked on her for being weird. I think it's great that she's weird. The one that I don't like is Andrew Witcher, and he was my favorite out of all of them. Andrew Witcher was my favorite Witcher, but he's also a meth addict and a child molester. And I can't have that. I can't have it on my conscience to hear shit like that and not say anything. Right here on my YouTube channel is more than one phone call with the Sydney Police Department about that. Why is that? By the way, if I can get an officer to actually look at it and investigate it, there is no statute of limitations on child molestation, which means that Andrew Witcher could spend time in prison still. If his stepdaughter decides when she's 26 or 35 or 58 that she wants to turn him in for molesting her as a child, she can do it. And if I'm still alive, I will support her on it. There's somebody calling themselves Burger Boy. I'm going to tell you what, Burger Boy, I see your comments every time it's a burger and a heart. If you're not going to take an active role and an active part in chat, you're just going to troll, I'm going to remove you from my channel. Do you like that idea? Does that make you feel good, Burger Boy? I'm going to give you about a minute before I block you. Burger Boy typed, I'm sorry, this is my way of showing I'm present. All right. I did not mean to intrude on your stream. I apologize sincerely. You're allowed to intrude, dude. If I was against people intruding, which it's not, I wouldn't allow the chat. There's an option to turn the chat off to make it so that you guys can't type at all. And I'm not okay with that. Now, Again, these people on the interwebs who want to be asshats. And by the way, I took probably 3 dozen pictures. Their stuff goes all the way back. I mean, I could have streamed for an hour, or could have strolled for an hour taking screenshots. But this stalking, internet stalking, has been going on for years. The internet stalking started before Natalie was killed, a long time before Natalie was killed. Now, when it first started happening, and I did what people told me to do now. When this shit first started, whenever I'd get an email from one of these assholes, I'd just trash it. I shouldn't have. I should have kept it. If I'd have kept that, I'd have evidence of the stuff that happened way at the very beginning. But I was trying to ignore those people. It was the physical violence in real life, that resulted in me actually speaking up. On my Facebook for a whole year, I spoke up about the situation. The only times that I ever tried to get a hold of Natalie were, one, when I had to go someplace that I had been assaulted over her fucking lies. That's number one. If I had been assaulted previously over her lies in a location, then I got a hold of her to say, hey, you need to tell the truth. You need to call off the dogs. When people were harassing me nonstop, I would get a hold of her to get her to call off the dogs. I also tried getting a hold of the police. The very first police department I tried to get a hold of, Dual County Sheriff's Department. They told me they had real police work to do and told me I just needed to man up. You don't do this shit to pretty girls because you're sexist. You goddamn right I speak up. Now, there's one guy in town who I'm friends with, who I get to go visit frequently. And I have literally hundreds of hours recorded with him. None of those have ended up on the internet. Why is that? It's because he hasn't stabbed me in the back. He says he doesn't want to get involved. That's what most people say. And that's what's wrong with this world. When someone is easy to victimize, it's because of things like this, because of people who say things like, oh, I don't want to get involved. Well, they sure as shit want to get involved when it happens to them, don't they? Now, I asked this man, I said, because there was a woman by the name of Sandy Fromm who was trying to hire a guy in town to kill me. And this other guy that I know had told me about it. He said, you should just let it go. I said, what would happen if they were threatening your life? He said, oh, I take death threats very seriously. He said that he would call the cops. Huh. Now, it's pretty obvious that the cops don't want to do their fucking jobs. They have no goddamn interest in doing their jobs. Repeatedly, police officers have helped my predators to try to frame me for crimes that I didn't commit because I'm trying to turn them in. If I have to go to officers who have committed crimes against me to try to turn in other people who are committing crimes against me, obviously it's not going to fucking work. I just spent 7 months locked the fuck up. I was literally in prison for crimes They had to let me out and drop the charges because I did not commit those crimes. And they knew they were going to have to. They did this because it is a tactic to try to run out the statute of limitations, to try to run out the amount of time that they have before they're legally allowed to destroy evidence. I have every right to be pissed off. I have every right to speak out. The things that the Bollinger family did are not just immoral, they are illegal. But they're only illegal if people care. Your rights exist on paper, but in real life, what it comes down to is, do you have anyone in your corner? And I don't. Oh, and Merry Goddamn Christmas.